From Seattle, Washington is the SFL week number 9, and we have a good one for you folks. This is the Seattle Nemesis playing host to the Houston Headhunters. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Ramos Lin. Alongside me in the booth is none other than Anthony Allison. Anthony, it's been a while, man. It's been a while since we last called the game. In the stat trucks, we have Mel Davis and Justin Reside, Cameron Irvine, as always, pushing the buttons. And, we have a good one here in store for us, man.
I am very, very excited. Once again, it's a pleasure to call a game. It's been too long. But we got two powerhouses here, and I'm looking forward to it to see who can go on top and keep on pushing towards the top of the division.
The Houston Headhunters have, as always, one of the best wide receivers this league has ever seen in DR Sim, and it's going to be the Seattle Nemesis job to try to contain them. For Seattle, they've been really good this season. One of the surprises maybe of the SFL, as they are right there smack dab in the playoff race. And this is a pretty long trip from Houston all the way to Seattle, Washington. See if they can prevail as the visiting team. The Houston Headhunters call heads, it is tails, and the Nemesis will receive the ball to start the game, trying to get off on the right foot and score first. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Week number 9 of the SFL. Every game from here on out heavily impacts the playoffs, as the Headhunters will kick it away. From inside the end zone, the returner will take a knee, and Seattle will start at their own 20-yard line. We're going to take a look at the Seattle offense first. Anthony, I think a key for them is going to be protect the football. Houston still very good in the back end.
Absolutely, and we should see a heavy dose of Baloo Scott as well, running the ball, third in the league and rushing.
From the I formation, 2 wide receivers, top of your screen. Scott gets the first handoff of the game, and Baloo will get 4 on the play.
Coming in today, averaging 5.8 yards carry, 16th in the league right here. But it's all about the offensive line right there, how they're going to block it, making sure they can contain Houston defensive line.
Another I formation, heavy set here for the Nemesis. Another handoff will go to Scott, and this time she will be stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Jason Peace making the stop.
And that was a good job right there by Jason Peace, looking and cutting through the hole right there, was able to get to Scott before anything happened, setting up a tricky 3rd down.
3 wide receiver set here for the Nemesis. Man in motion. As the pass, stepping up in the pocket, the pass is going to be caught. Wide open, Tita Queen for a 1st down. Good job by Type Attack. Patient in the pocket, delivering a strike.
I really do appreciate right there, staying in the pocket. Looks like Houston was in that cover 2 zone. You found a soft spot right behind the cornerback, but right in front of that safety. But it did take some time right there. And thanks to the offensive line for Seattle for keeping that pocket clean for Ty to throw that ball. That's a good pass and catch right there. It keeps the drive going.
Same formation this time with 3 wide receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. Attack will throw again. Ty inside, middle. The pass is going to be caught by Baloo Scott for a gain of 3 yards. Let's introduce you to the Seattle offense. Type Attack is the quarterback. Baloo Scott and Dean Jackson are in the backfield. Fox Highwind, Christian Bachigalupi, Tita Queen, Gus Scott, John Fullerton are the wide receivers. And Paulie Truth is the tight end. Another heavy formation here, 22 personnel for Seattle. Handoff goes to Baloo Scott, and Baloo this time will push forward for a gain of about 2. 3rd down and 4 coming up in Houston territory.
And for Houston, you want to contain that run as best as you can. You actually want Seattle to throw the ball. So those early downs, you might want to send some blitzes. You want to shoot the gap, and you want to stop Baloo before she gets her legs going.
Split backs formation this time. Another man in motion. That's going to be Fox Highwind. bottom of your screen now. Attack will throw. The pressure is coming, but a good pass to Fox Highwind. Gets to the first down marker and plenty more into the Houston 37-yard line.
Great read right there by Ty. This looks like it was more of a levels route. You had an underneath and then you had one over the top. You're just going to read that linebacker. If the linebacker is going to take the underneath route, you throw it over the top, and vice versa. If that linebacker drops back a little bit, then you take that underneath route. And that's exactly what Ty did. Read the linebacker, got a first down, keeps it going.
11 personnel this time, single back formation, and Scott will get another handoff. Baloo Scott with a good run on the right side for 6 yards. Let's introduce you to the Houston defense. Denzel Maverick and KT Slayer are the defensive tackles. Tom Tanner and Alex Perez are the defensive ends. Jason Pease, Garrett Evans, and Sed Markov are the linebackers. And we'll circle back to the defensive backs after this snap. 22 personnel here for Seattle. Handoff again to Baloo Scott. And Baloo will only get about a yard and a half, 3rd and 3 coming up. All the DBs are Mike Bird, Dedrick Law, Kai Cash, Freddie Clark, Vernon Brothers, Josh Rowe, and Al Ingram III. 7 DBs here for the Houston Headhunters. Another heavy set on the 22 personnel. Scott gets another handoff, and will get the first down and plenty more. Past the 10, past the 5, and she's in for the touchdown. Seattle with a beautiful drive, and they're up 6-0.
Textbook running right there. And when you overload one side, you know the run was coming. It's a thing of beauty to watch it. You got your tackles kicking in of the defensive lineman, and you got the fullback leading up for Scott as she goes down the field. She didn't get touched until like halfway down the field, and that was a fantastic run. Let's see, did she step out of bounds before she got into the end zone?
Yeah, the coaches of Houston are challenging the ruling on the field. On first glance, it looked good to me, Anthony, but let's see the replay here. She tried to make a spin move right there at the 2-yard line, and that's probably when she could have stepped out of bounds. Good move right there, and right there probably. I think she's in bounds, Anthony. I don't know. It's very close.
We got to see where that pinky toe is to see. Looks like she might have stepped out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
And she does. So the ruling on the field is overturned. Houston will win that challenge, and Seattle will have a 1st and goal. You know, the referees do get more looks than we do here up in the booth. So they saw something. Baloo Scott, 6 carries, 40 yards. Her longest of 27 on that last play. We haven't seen anything from the fullback, Dean Jackson, so far. It may be a good chance to give him the ball. Man in motion is Gus Scott. Split backs formation. And it's going to be a quarterback sneak. Patak will not get the first down despite his efforts of diving for it. He will be about half a yard shy.
And yeah, that looked like it caught the defense off guard, but they was able to recover to prevent that quarterback sneak from scoring.
2nd down and goal. Split backs formation again. Handoff. No, it's going to be a rollout. Patak will scramble for the touchdown, and he's got it in style, sliding 6-0 Seattle.
An impressive drive is capped off with a nice touchdown right there. Looks like it was a quarterback design run to the left side, and the cornerbacks over there, they have to dive down towards the quarterback, realizing that you have no receivers on your side there. But great read by Ty, and that's a great first drive by Seattle.
Could not have been much better than that. Great play calling all throughout the drive for the Nemesis, and they are up 7-0. And, Houston just has to respond before this snowballs, Anthony. I mean, it's still early in the game, but Seattle's offense looked really impressive here on the first drive.
And this is what we've been seeing a lot in the season right here. It's great running. That's why she's 3rd in the league. And then the offensive line giving time for the for Ty to complete 3 third-down attempts and just a complete drive by Seattle. So let's see how Houston can do responding.
This return is a pretty good one. That got to at about, the 30-yard line, 32 they're going to call it. And despite, that stepping out of bounds of Baloo Scott, Houston was able to challenge. It's a retroactive look presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com, the official console of the SFL. Didn't matter. Type attack a couple plays later, punched it in the end zone. 2 backs, 2 wide receivers in the formation this time for Houston, and they're going to run it. Gets 1 on the play, not much more than that for GP Wells. Let's introduce you to the Houston offense. Dave Burr is the quarterback. Backs in the backfield are Josh Schlapp, GP Wells, and Jalen Wells. Wide receivers are Mike St. Green, DR Sim, Greg Corky, and Goldie Morrison. Tight ends are Tiberius Bovine and Dan Curtis. Again, 2 backs, 2 wide receivers in this formation. Burr to pass. The pass middle is caught by one of the best receivers to ever play this game. DR Sim has a first down.
Quick slant route right there. Went away to get off of the press. Got inside coverage, inside leverage of the nickelback right there. And this is why he's one of the greats.
Right there at the midfield logo, first down and 10 for Houston. Same package, a little bit of a different formation with an offset fullback. Burr to throw, has time in the pocket, all day to throw, passes outside, and the pass is incomplete, double covered. Was DR Sim. Making the pass deflection is number 26, Dalian Valentine. Second and 10. Second down, 10 yards to go. Single back formation for the first time in the game for the Headhunters. Man in motion is going to be DR Sim. Looks like man-to-man coverage here for Seattle. And they will throw. Burr, the pass is going to be incomplete. Overthrows his receiver, well covered. Is one of his main targets, Mike St. Green, for an incompletion.
And that's great coverage right there by Seattle. Only a two-person route right there, and they was able to double team both of the receivers. Houston might want to throw some more different varieties up there when it comes to the play design.
Third down and 10, 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Burr to throw. Burr, the pass, middle, caught, first down. What a great throw and great catch by Mike St. Green, moving the chains. Let's introduce you to the Seattle defense. Sean Perrin and Aaron Steen are the defensive tackles. Darko Young is a defensive end in this 3-4 front. Sabo Caden, Aaron Gooden, TJ Harper, and Matthias Citrion are the linebackers. Amar Bryan Jr., Dallin Valentine, and Sammy Seatbelt III are the corners. TJ Frosty, John Jones, Brian James, and Doug Day are all the safeties. Burr to throw, the pass is screen, and the running back, GP Wells, has a lot of room to run, gets to the red zone, and finally out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And that's the one thing, Seattle, you want to avoid. You don't want GP Wells to be out in open space one-on-one, because most likely he's going to break that tackle. And that's what he did right there. Defensive back tried to break down. It just didn't work. Got the extra yard. And that was a big first down that Houston needed.
Yes, indeed. Inside the 20-yard line, Houston with a very good offensive drive of their own after Seattle moved the length of the field for a touchdown. And 2 backs and 2 wide receivers in the formation. Burr will throw. Burr pressure, and he goes down. Sack on the play by the DB, Doug Day, at strong safety on a safety blitz. And it's going to be second and long.
So this is the third time I saw this drive right here. They overloaded one side. They brought in a safety blitz on the edge. And what they just did essentially is they sent more rushers than what Houston can block. And that was just a great play call right there. What a way to get to the quarterback.
3-3 front here for Seattle. Burr will throw. The pass is going to go incomplete to the outside. DRSim had both hands on it. And sadly for him, it dropped a 3rd down and 13 yards to go.
And perfect timing right there to knock the ball away, but not too early that they will call it a pass interference, but just the right time to disrupt the catch.
In the straight formation, we saw Mike St. Green go in an in route last time we saw this formation. Dave Burr steps up in the pocket. The pass is going to be incomplete again. Greg Corky gets the ball jarred loose by Amar Bryan Jr., and Houston will have to attempt a field goal.
Great defensive play right there by Amar Bryan. You want to just, if you can't intercept the ball, you want to get your hand in there. You want to knock it down. You also want to get the hit as well and make sure you wasn't penalized. And that was a great stop by Seattle.
Connie J from 40 yards out. Kick is up, and it is good. Houston puts 3 points on the board. Seattle still leads 7-3. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It is never too late to get involved. Kick again goes inside the end zone, but now there is going to be return. Good return past the 20-yard line, past the 25, and a fumble on the play. And I think Houston's got it. Yes, they do.
Big play right there. That's something Seattle didn't want to see. They would like to cough it up. And great awareness by Houston to lay on the ball right there. This is what Houston needs right there after like settling for a field goal. Let's see if they can capitalize on the turnover.
Dave Burr here in the Houston Hyenas just in this situation. Not even a minute ago. 1 back, 2 receivers, and 2 tight ends on the field. Burr will hand the ball off to Wells. Wells with some room past the 20-yard line and just shy of the 1st down. 2nd and inches coming up.
Play design was going to be a inside run. Was able to bounce it outside. Saw opening from the outside right there. Was able to take it for a good gain.
Day has been very active so far in this game, already with a sack. 2 backs and 3 tight ends in this formation. A toss play goes to GP Wells with a lot of room, breaks a tackle. GP Wells inside the 5, breaks another tackle, and he is in for the touchdown.
And there's so many great things that happen on that play right there. It starts with the crackdown block by the fullback right there. And then when GP Wells, once again, I talked about it in the drive before, he's in space by himself. It is tough to bring him down. You need a few people. They didn't bring enough. He was able to break the tackle, and Houston just swung the momentum back in their direction off of a timely turnover by Seattle.
Jay to tack on the extra point. And just like that, Houston now leads 10-7. 10 unanswered points here for the Headhunters over the last 35 seconds of play. And thank you everybody for joining us. It's the SFL week number 9. Seattle in this game favored by 4.5. Houston, though, with a strong first quarter. Another deep kick, and this one is going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And, you know, the offense has looked really good on that first drive, Anthony. I think they just have to do more of the same, involve Alou Scott, and mix a few passes here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just you keep running the ball, it's going to tire out the defense. It's going to set up big pass plays.
Nickel defense to counter the 3 wide receivers for Seattle. Type attack, will time to throw. And the pass is going to be a beautiful rainbow to Fox Highwind just over the outstretched arms of the linebacker for a first down.
And I don't think it gets enough appreciation how tough that pass is. You're throwing it in a little basket that's over the linebacker, but you got to do it right in front of the safety before that receiver takes a hit. So that's a fantastic throw.
Great pitch, great catch. And Seattle is again in business with the ball at the 37-yard line. Split backs formation here for the Nemesis. Max protection. Attack with a lot of time to throw. Goes outside and the pass is completed to Tita Queen for yet another Nemesis first down.
And from the drive before, this is one of the same plays we saw in the drive before. Cover 2 defense by Houston, and they're attacking it by doing the underneath route and then a corner route over top of it. So the cornerback has to go down on the underneath route that leaves the safety alone on that corner route. And you got to play that ball. And Seattle is taking advantage of the softer cover 2 defense going on.
First down, 10 yards to go. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Twin wide receivers, bottom of your screen. Handoff goes to Baloo Scott with a lot of room to run. And Baloo has 9 on the play. This offensive line of Seattle has done a really good job here in the first quarter.
It's absolutely phenomenal. They've been great with picking up pass protection right here. So this has been like the opposite. They've been passing the ball really well. That's setting up now for them to run the ball with one of the better running backs in the league in Baloo Scott. And they're just pushing Houston's line backwards.
Baloo Scott, 7 yards a carry so far. 49 yards and 7 rushes. This ball will go again to Baloo, who gets jammed at the line of scrimmage. Maybe loses half a yard. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
But when you run the ball so successful on the earlier downs, when you're in 3rd down, you can do whatever you want to when 3rd is short. You can run the ball again, or you can keep on passing it when you've been very successful at it.
Play selection is going to be very telling. If they run, it's because they are willing to go for it on 4th down most likely, and they will run it. 4th down is not going to be necessary as Baloo Scott easily picks up a first.
And that's just nose-to-nose football right there. That was an off tackle run. You just trust that your tight end and your tackles are going to do the job they need to get Scott up the middle, and that's what they did.
First down, 10 yards to go with the ball at the 22. Baloo gets another handoff, and again the offensive line parts the Red Sea. 2nd and inches coming up after Baloo Scott easily picks up 9.
And let's give credit. Dean Jackson is coming right there. You got to look at it. Now you got your tight ends involved. Blocking 2 people in the same play is phenomenal. I love the blocking and going to the next level. Scott did not get touched until about 8 to 9 yards up the field.
Christian Bacigalupi sealing the edge, former tight end, playing the H-back position pretty much on that play, and he's back at the line of scrimmage. Split backs formation. Patak with the quarterback sneak will not get there. No room. Great job by the Headhunters defense. 3rd and inches coming up.
Fantastic job by Houston to cover each gap right there for that quarterback sneak, leading with Garrett Evans getting that tackle.
End of 1. Houston 10, Seattle 7. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music right here on YouTube. Exciting first quarter, and which promises to be a very good game from the get-go. The 5-2 Seattle Nemesis against the 4-3 Houston Headhunters. 4-3 defense for Houston on a heavy set here for the Nemesis offense. Man in motion as the tight end. Attack is under center. We'll hand the ball off to Baloo Scott, and again off the right tackle, Baloo Scott gets plenty for a first down.
And what's very important about this type of run, because this is a quick hit, is your tackle. Your right tackle right there has to seal that defensive edge, because the defensive end assignment is to keep containment on the outside. But if that tackle is getting off the ball before the defensive end is making a move, all he's doing is just hooking them in so the running back can slip to the outside.
Split back formation one more time. Goal line defense for the Headhunters. Attack to throw, goes to the end zone, and the pass is caught for a touchdown. Christian Bacigalupi gets in the end zone for 6.
And that's a nice way to end the drive right there. That's a design rollout to the right, let the defense move and the offensive move. And then you just saw it right there. Christian was able to go right behind the defense, find an open spot in the red zone for the touchdown.
Either offense has been able to be stopped. Seattle with 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Houston 2 drives, a field goal and a touchdown. As this is basketball on grass early on in the game, 14-10, Nemesis over Headhunters. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and the future. Short kick to the 2-yard line. This one will be returned by Corky. Past the 25, and he also fumbles the ball, and Seattle has it.
Okay. That looked like a very eerie, familiar thing we saw with Seattle. You got to protect the ball. I know you want to get the extra yards. You want to do the jukes and everything. But the number one thing is ball security. You want to do that before you do anything else right there. That hurts if I'm Houston. Because now Seattle has the ball close to the red zone looking to score again.
Certainly bizarre. No inclement weather here in the Dome. So, you know, there's no wet football. There's nothing like that. It's just good kick coverage play by both teams. Patak will throw the ball to the receiver. The pass is going to be caught, almost deflected, maybe almost intercepted, but Paulie Truth puts his hands on it. 1st and goal, Seattle.
And that's a tough catch, especially with the ball being deflected, to keep the concentration up there, knowing that there's somebody barreling down behind you. But what he did was he blocked the defender from jumping the route right there, catch it, and that's what the tight end is there for.
Beautiful throw right there by Ty Patak. Great catch by Paulie Truth. And again, we're back to this power set that Houston really has been unable to cover, and they will not cover it that time. Alou Scott is in again for a touchdown.
And I'll be honest, that's really tough to defend right there. When you have your offensive line just blocking everyone and sealing off the edge, she didn't get touched until it was a touchdown right there. And that's just contributing to the fantastic play call and fantastic blocking by Seattle.
Just like how we saw Houston scored 10 points in a span of 30 seconds, Seattle puts 14 points on the board in pretty much the same amount of time. The extra point is up and good, and Seattle, just like that, leads by double digits. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Another return, Greg Corky will get again past the 20-yard line, protects the ball that time, gets it to the 24.
Now, Houston understands that there's a lot of time left in the game here. You want to respond back. You don't want to be in panic mode because you know you can score the ball quite a bit. You got great running backs. You have a quarterback that's poised. The biggest thing there is you got to respond, and you just got to respond the way you know how to do it.
Yeah, to your point. I mean, they really don't have to panic or anything. It's still early in the game. They just got to play their offense. It's worked so far for 10 points in 2 drives. High formation here for Houston. Houston will run the ball. GP Wells with plenty of room. Gets about 5 on that one. Let's call it 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Like I say, Houston can score the same way. They have a fantastic rushing attack here. They just got to make sure they are poised. Make sure to do the right throws.
2nd down, 6 yards to go. 3 tight ends again on this heavy set. Toss play to GP Wells, and that one is not successful as Seattle makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Ryan James on the stop. 3rd down and 7 yards to go. We've seen Houston in this situation before. Normally they go with no backs in the backfield, and they do at that time. Look for one of the outside receivers running inside, though. That's DR Sim, or I'm pretty sure it's Mike St. Green running some sort of in route. Bird to throw. Bird steps up in the pocket. Bird passes inside. The pass is caught. Mike St. Green, is that in route? Anthony really killing the Seattle Nemesis defense so far.
And to give yourself time for that big in route to happen, you got to create time in the pocket, and that's exactly what Dave Bird did right there. Stepped up in the pocket, very clean, was able to see that in route happen and made a good throw.
1st down, 10 yards to go. One man in the backfield, that's GP Wells. Changing the play at the line is Dave Burr. He will drop back to pass. Burr, the pass is going to be caught by GP Wells. Tries to reverse field, and he is unsuccessful. Loss of 2 yards. Let's send it to SFL Studios with Cameron Irvine for a game break update. Cam, what you got for us?
Thank you, Ramos. Alamo City and Florida lost yesterday, so people thought, well, maybe the only undefeated team left would lose today. That's going to be a hard no. Robert Garrett Jr. with the touchdown. 31-3, Fort Worth over Vancouver in the 3rd. Back to you in Seattle.
Thank you, Cam. 2nd down and 12 here in Seattle. Burr will pass. The pass is going to be caught, and breaking a tackle for a 1st down is the GOAT, DR Sim. We take another look at this play. Salo Kanan finally makes the stop, but not before DR Sim gets big yardage on that play. I mean, it's awesome, Anthony. It doesn't matter what era of the SFL you join. I mean, DR Sim has been dominating any time. 1st down and 10. Handoff goes to GP Wells, and nothing doing there. A loss of 1.
And it looks like Seattle, they came to stop the run, and that's what their number 1 priority is. So Houston, make an adjustment. Maybe look at something more. Your passing is doing fantastic. The line, your pass blocking is really well.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. Man in motion is DR Sim. Looks like man-to-man coverage for Seattle. 2 backs in the backfield. Burr to throw again. Burr drops back. The pass inside is going to be caught. And Sim again has another 1st down.
And these are tough passes right here. The route is fantastic. You can tell they've been doing this for so long. When you're trying to do a skinny post, the most important thing is to get inside position of that defender. And that's exactly what Sim did right there. Got inside of the defender, was able to shield him off so you could catch the ball cleanly.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Midway through the 2nd quarter. 21-10, Seattle leads Houston. But the Headhunters are driving. Have seen more passing out of this drive than we've seen in the previous drives. They've burned now 7 of 11. And he will throw. Burr, the pass to the outside is going to be caught. GP Wells, good open field tackle. Right there by the linebacker, TJ Harper, 2nd down.
Yeah, great job right there in the open field. You know, as soon as GP Wells have opening, he's going to try to break the tackle. That's a great job by the defense.
2nd down and 10. Both defensive ends really wide. It's a good time for an inside run, perhaps. DR Sim is in motion. And Burr will throw again. Burr with immediate pressure. The pass is incomplete miraculously, Anthony. That could have been intercepted.
That could have been a lot of things. They sent double corner blitz from the outside right there. They wanted to get to the quarterback before any route can happen. They realized that they've been having a lot of success with those in routes and post routes, so they sent pressure on that one.
Third down, 10 yards to go. DR Sim again in motion, trying to get the numbers on the outside. 3 wide receivers up against 2 DBs. Burr will throw. Burr has time. The pass to the outside is incomplete.
Oh.
Mike St. Green drops potentially a touchdown, Anthony, and that would hurt if you're a Headhunter fan.
I think he turned his head before catching the ball. Was decided that he was open right there, and that's just a tough drop.
Yeah, just a tough break here for the Headhunters. That was at least first and goal, maybe even a touchdown, as Houston in any way put points on the board. It's 3 for the Headhunters, and the score now is 21-13 Seattle.
And now Houston has to come back out there and stop and try to find a way to stop Seattle. Seattle is doing everything at will. The only hiccup Seattle has so far was the fumble on the kick return, but besides that, they're passing and throwing the ball phenomenally. So let's see what Houston can do to stop it.
On the return again, past the 20-yard line, past the 25, a good spin move right there by Gus Scott, and good field position for the Nemesis at the 31-yard line. 4:24 left here in the second quarter. Your play-by-play commentator, Ramos Ling, Anthony Ellison, alongside me in the booth. And it's been a pretty exciting game, Anthony. One-possession game. We've seen a little bit of everything, especially on offense. And both return teams coughing up the ball. Attack will throw. The pass middle is going to be caught. Fox Highwind on the reception.
Ooh, nice recovery right there. Little errant throw, was able to go down and get it. But that's another thing. That's more yardage right there. It's a 2nd and 3, and you can run the ball on this because it's a good down.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Handoff goes to Baloo Scott to the outside, breaks a tackle, and picks up a first down to the Seattle 42-yard line. I mean, it's been, no 50, 60-yard rushes, but every time Baloo Scott has gotten the ball, it's been for good gains. 74 yards on 12 attempts, and now 78 on 13 attempts after that run. Patak to throw. Patak with pressure, and he will go down for a sack. First sack of the game for the Headhunters.
And that's exactly what the Headhunters need right there, is a sack to push them back, to force Seattle to now pass the ball on 2nd and possibly 3rd down right here. And that was just what Houston needs. Maybe send another pressure and don't give Seattle time in the pocket.
That was Denzel Maverick coming back from retirement. He's used to playing in Seattle, Anthony. He played for the Seattle Tyrants back in the day. Patak will throw. Patak pass is deflected at the line. An incomplete, 3rd down and long, and this has been the best chance Houston has had on getting off the field on 3rd down.
And that was Maverick again, once again. So if you can't get to the quarterback as a defensive lineman, the best thing you can do is put your hand up. Try to deflect it. Try to alter the throw for the quarterback, and that's exactly what Maverick did.
Bunch formation here. This is the same play Paulie Truth had like 20 yards, and they will try to go deep again to Paulie Truth, and that is way overthrown. Just too much mustard on that one. Brady Clark in coverage. And for the first time today, a defense will get off the field.
And that was the same play that they scored before. It was a rollout to the right. They were trying to find Christian on the back half on a like a curl route. Just overthrown right there, and that's a good stop for Houston.
This spawn goes away. Going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line by Greg Corky, and Corky will get it to the 27. 2:54 left in the second quarter. Plenty of time with 3 timeouts to put some more points on the board, and that's going to be really important for Houston, Anthony. They will get the ball to start the third quarter, and you normally love to see a 2-by-1, essentially, right? Just get points before the end of the first half and right after the first, halftime.
Absolutely. You want to get the points. You want to make sure You're smart about it. You don't want to take the risk if you don't need to. But this is a good opportunity for Houston to get back into the game.
8 players in the box here for Seattle. Man in motion. Burr will will give it to GP Wells, and he will lose 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 coming up. Sabo Kanan on the stop.
And I'm Seattle. I'm also thinking, like, I have timeouts to use as well. Maybe I can get the ball back before halftime.
And 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He's on the right side of the formation. 3 D linemen for the Seattle Nemesis. Let's see if they bring a blitz here. Man in motion at the tight end, shaded by one of the inside linebackers. Burr to throw. They bring the blitz, and the pass is incomplete. I mean, it's just those blitzes, even if it doesn't get home for a sack, Anthony, just pressuring the quarterback goes a long way.
Yeah, and that's good for Seattle, getting the stop right there, stopping the clock. Now it's 3rd and 12 right here. A stop right here. You got the 2-minute warning. You can get the ball back with enough time to go down the field.
Safeties are creeped a little bit too shallow. Maybe some sort of robber coverage here to try to prevent those in routes. And they will play rubber coverage. Both safeties will, and it doesn't matter. DR Sim with another first down.
And that's big right there. They were playing the line to stop the first down, and you had one jump the route right there. But once again, fantastic concentration to catch the ball. Sandy, Houston can keep going.
This will get us to the 2-minute warning. Seattle 21, Houston 13. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by 8 PM Music right here on YouTube. Over-under for this game was set at 62.5, so the Sharps at Jack's Data predicting a shootout, and that's exactly what we have. On pace to go into the over so far in this game, with Houston driving the ball at the 40-yard line this time. It looks like man-on-man coverage as Valentine goes to shade one of the wide receivers. Handoff goes to GP Wells to the outside. GP Wells gets caught up by one of his offensive linemen. 2nd down and 9 coming up. So I think what you do here, Anthony, is you pass the ball on 2nd down, 2nd and 9, right? You can pass the ball middle, it's fine. You get a first down, you can call your first time out of the game. And, you know, basically go from there. It really depends what happens here on 2nd down and 9. And a 32 left. Dave Burr will throw the pass outside. What a great call on the screen is GP Wells for a gain of 8 yards and a 3rd and 1 coming out. So, yeah, Houston chooses not to call one of their timeouts.
So you do this in practice. This is a 2-minute football. Time management is very important here. Start looking at routes that goes towards the out of bounds.
Yeah, you can run it here. You have 3 timeouts. You call one here. That's exactly what you do. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. The important thing was getting that first down. Now Houston is into Seattle territory. Really liking the play calling here by the Houston Headhunters. 2 timeouts left in their pocket still. Burr is under center, and he will throw. Dave Burr will go down again. The edge rushing by Seattle has been absolutely phenomenal in this game, and it's going to be 2nd down and long.
That's a big sack right there, forcing Houston to call timeout. I think that was Young coming off the edge right there. They set blitz. I do like the aggressiveness of Seattle calling blitzes to get the ball out quicker for Houston.
Empty set one more time. Burr will throw. Burr to the outside this time. The pass is going to be caught by the tight end. That's Dan Curtis' first target of the game, also first catch of the game. 3rd down and 6. Good play call. I mean, you just have to make it a more manageable 3rd down situation. Third down, 6 yards to go. man-to-man coverage. The middle of the field is pretty open. Even for a scramble. Now one of the linebackers goes on a blitz, and the pass is incomplete. I'm under the impression Greg Corky just didn't put his hands on it.
Yeah, that's... And right now, like, Seattle, like, you have time. Let's see what happens there. That's a big stop. Keeps them out of field goal range.
Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely is a very important play in this game, as Houston will fake the punt, and this is going to be caught, but shy of the first down.
I love the play call, but you have to run to the first down marker, and I think that was like there. And there was 3 receivers right there and 1 defender. Fantastic, like, way to shed the blocker to get to and stop them from getting the first down right there. That was tough. If Houston, fantastic play by Seattle.
I mean, again, I also like the play call. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You know, once, you know, the game gets in a shootout like this, you do have to be aggressive. You just got to run past the sticks. Lou Scott will get the handoff for a gain of 1, and I think Seattle is content with an 8-point lead right now. I think they will just run it 1, maybe 2 more times, and take it to the half. I mean, with the possession, with the field position, really you can be aggressive and you can try to score some points. Let's see what happens here on 2nd and 9. 3 timeouts as well. They will throw. Type attack. The pass outside. Incomplete. Yes, incomplete. Almost picked off after the deflection by Paulie True. 3rd down and 9. 23 seconds left.
And I think after that, you might want to just run the ball. You don't want to take any chances. You're leading right now. You're feeling good. If I'm Seattle, maybe just run it. That's not going to happen.
Well, it's an empty set, so we've seen type attack scramble, but this is going to be a throw. Attack with time. Plenty of time. Throws the ball deep, and it's incomplete. Absolutely crushed. Christian Bacigalupi by the 2 safeties. Kai Cash with the punishing hit. 4th down and 9. Good job. Good job by the Houston defense. Fourth down and 9. I don't think Seattle is going to fake this one. And the kick will go away. From the 15-yard line, Greg Corky gets past the 20 and to the 24, 8 seconds left here in the half. And you just give it to GP Wells and take it to the half.
And I think this is what we expected out of the first half between these 2 teams. These 2 teams, they scored the ball in bunches right there. We saw some turnovers. They took advantage of the turnovers right there. So this second half is going to be very interesting and very exciting to watch.
They will go in the empty formation. Houston will. Dave Burr will throw. The pass goes deep and way overthrows his intended target, Greg Corky. 3 targets for Corky, no catches here in the first half. Second down, 10 yards to go. Shotgun formation for Houston. 4 wide receiver set. Burr drops back. The pass is going to be caught by Mike St. Green. Padding the stats a little bit. That's the end of the first half of play. Seattle 21, Houston 13. And Anthony, would you like to hear your thoughts on the first half? Offense is absolutely dominating for like 15, 16 minutes, and then the defense settled down.
We saw some great blocking, great running right there. I do appreciate the defensive play calls right there when Seattle blitzing when they need to rattle Houston. Blue Scott, she's phenomenal running the ball. The offensive line for Seattle, giving them the opportunity to do like the running effectively. Houston had some chances right there. They get the ball back at halftime. I still believe that they can get the job done. They've been passing the ball extremely well, especially those 2 routes the in route and the post route right there. So we're set up for a very good second half.
5-2 Seattle Nemesis, 4-3 Houston Headhunters, right there in the middle of the playoff race. And for Seattle, again, it's been one of their a very impressive season for the Nemesis type attack. With 8 out of 12, 113 yards and a touchdown. Also has a rushing score. And for Houston, a solid season for them, a really good season for them in a tough division. Excluding the Aztecs, we have a couple of teams, Fort Worth and Alamo City, that combined for 13 wins in the year. And despite all that, Houston finds themselves with a positive record, as they will get the ball to start the third quarter. Anthony Ellison, Ramos Lynn in the booth. And this will be returned by Corky. Corky past the 25-yard line, past the 30. Corky still on his feet to the 33-yard line. It's been a rough game for Greg Corky, Anthony. 3 targets and no catches, including a drop. And a fumble as well on a kickoff return, but that one a pretty good one to start the second half.
Yeah, it looks like Seattle has been focusing on coverage right there, and that's what they've been doing. But once again, the type of receiver that he is, there's enough time to just turn it around.
Well, personnel this time with a back and 2 tight ends. Twin receivers top of your screen. They will hand the ball off to GP Wells, and this time he will go nowhere. Really good stop right there by Brian James, the strong safety. 2nd and 10.
And containing GP Wells, that's what Seattle has been trying to do in their focus, and they've been doing a great job, only holding them for 3.2 yards a carry.
The throw, Burr, the pass, middle, it's incomplete. Mike St. Green had it in his hands, and TJ Frosty makes the pass deflection. 3rd and 10.
Great defensive stop right there. Had his arm in between the ball and the hand of the receiver and was able to knock it down. But once again, Seattle with the pressure Houston was able to have a rush throwing the football, and that's just a good call right there.
Empty set. We've seen this before, Anthony. Let's see if Seattle made their second half adjustments as DR Sim goes in motion. Burr drops back. Burr to throw middle, the pass, incomplete. 4 different Nemesis players covering DR Sim. I think it's safe to say they made some adjustments.
Yeah, and that's right there. You just got to try to find the next read and the next progression right there, but that's a good stop by Seattle.
First 3 and out of the game, I think. Maybe wrong on that one, but we haven't seen... Yeah, second. There you go. Thanks, Anthony. I mean, we haven't seen this, but again, defenses, by the end of the second quarter, they were able to settle down and start forcing punts. This one is a pretty good one. Just returned to the 31-yard line by Gus Scott. And, go on.
I'm sorry. I was starting to say for Seattle right now, you have the possession. You got the stop that you needed to open the third quarter now. Run the ball. Shoot the clock.
Yeah, that was my next point. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's an opportunity for Seattle to control the pace of this game with Baloo Scott. Again, she's fresh. I mean, 14 carries when she's, used to running for, 25, 30 rushes in the game with no problems. This pass is incomplete. Great coverage by Dedrick Law. Absolutely plastered all over the wide receiver. 2nd and 10.
Great coverage right there, looking like a back shoulder throw. I was able to knock it down. Like I said, if you can't get an interception, put your hands in there and knock it down.
Mm-hmm. Man in motion is Christian Bacigalupi. The H-back from left to right, now lined up as a Y-end or a slot. Attack will throw. Attack, middle, the pass is incomplete, but a PI will be called on the defense. Been a clean game so far, Anthony. First penalty of the ball game.
And that right there, you have to be mindful of making contact before the ball gets to the receiver. I know sometimes you get happy, you see the ball coming, you want to make a play, but that right there was just bumping the receiver before the ball got there. That's going to be called 100% of the time.
9:06 left here in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield on first down. Attack will throw again. Attack with time. Throws the ball and the pass is incomplete. 2 wide receivers in the same area and none of them could catch the ball. That's just a missed throw by type attack.
And great time in the pocket, but right there is running the football is what got you to where you are. Just keep on doing it. You don't want to take the chances and give Houston a chance here. Run the ball and tire them down.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ace formation this time. Handoff goes to Baloo Scott, and she will only get probably half a yard, not much more than that. Garrett Evans, the leading tackler in this game so far for Houston, with his 7th solo tackle of the ball game.
This is a good third down right here. Let's see if Houston will dial up or blitz to see if they can get some pressure.
Third down, 10 yards to go, empty set, man in motion. This is something that Houston has done throughout the game on 3rd and long. Seattle drops back to throw. Type attack will scramble for a gain of 4, but has to slide. 4th and 6, and Houston will force another punt here on 4th.
And nice to get out of the potential sack right there, but they put a quarterback spy, and they were ready for it.
Good job by the Houston defense. Again, both defenses really now dominating over the last 6 or 7 minutes of this game. Fair catch is called by Greg Corky at the 13-yard line, and Houston, still a 1-possession game, has a chance to tie this one up on this drive. We take a look at the numbers. Dave Bird, 13 of 24 for 164 yards passing. GP Wells has 10 carries for 32 yards. Leading receiver so far is DR Sim with 4 grabs, 66 yards, and 7 targets. Burr will throw. The pass middle is caught. Great read right there. And Tiberius Bovine has his first catch of the game. You know, you get the pressure of the left side, as you said, an overloaded defense, and you just throw it to the spot that the linebacker is vacating.
And what the adjustment that Houston's made is, you know, Seattle's going to bring the pressure. So they're getting the ball out quickly. They're recognizing the hot read right off the start and just getting there. So what that's going to do is going to settle Seattle so they won't blitz as often.
Handoff this time goes to Josh Slapp for his first handoff of the game. 1 yard on the play, and the Seattle defense has been all over it, whether it's GP Wells or now Josh Slapp. Only about 3 yards per carry combined for both running backs. Handoff again. GP Wells breaks a tackle, but not the second one as he gets 3 on the play. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And what we're seeing now is both defenses playing more tough-nosed football, shooting the gaps and not letting the other team get those big plays, sending pressure, the coverage right there. So we're seeing more of a defensive style in this second half so far.
3rd and 6, Burr to throw. Burr goes, and the pass is caught for a first down. That's a veteran route by DR Sim. Just past the first down marker, gets the catch, and Houston moves the chains.
And, you know, that's the way to do it. When you do a comeback route, you want to go past that first down marker, drive your feet to the ground, and then turn your hips towards there, catch it, and secure it. And that's right there. That's where you know a veteran, knowing where the first down marker is and setting right there.
Similar formation now with 3 wide receivers again. Burr will throw. Burr to the outside. The pass is caught and going nowhere. Actually, for maybe a loss of about half a yard is Jalen Wells. First time they give the ball to the fullback. Now available, free to download, you can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at goretroid.com and search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Man in motion is the H-back on that one. Burr will throw, the pass goes to the outside, and again, the back goes for minimal yardage, maybe 1 yard gain on the play. Doug Dave with the stop.
Right now, you got a 3rd and 9. You've been passing the ball successfully. You like those end routes. Let's see if they go back to that end route, and let's see if Seattle brings the pressure.
Man in motion is Mike St. Green. The safety creeps down. And Dave Burr will throw. The pass middle is caught and ruled a first down. Mike St. Green stretching for that first. Maybe worth a challenge.
Yeah, but I do like the call, though. Motion him over there, try to find the mismatch in the coverage. Once again, another in route. Tough catch right there because the throw was a little bit high because the pressure was coming. It looks like they're not going to challenge it. It's the first down.
It is. First down, 10 yards to go. More motion here for the Houston Headhunters, really trying to get the mismatch on the defense. Now it's one of the linebackers lined up against the receiver. Burr will throw deep, drop back. Burr goes to the outside, and the pass is caught. Get Moss. DR Sim for a first down.
I thought that was going to be an interception right there. What a way to keep focus on the ball. Great coverage. That looks like it was 24 ABJ on the coverage. Great coverage right there. You can't ask for something better than that. That's just a good throw and a fantastic catch.
DR Sam over 100 yards receiving now on 6 grabs. And Burr will throw again. Rolling to the left. The pass is going to be caught for a loss of 2 yards. Really, Sabo Kanan and the rest of this defense have done a phenomenal job on the outside, stopping those flat routes. Second down and 12. 3-4 defense here for the Nemesis. Burr to throw. The pass incomplete. Put 2 hands on it. I mean, trying to catch it with one hand, that's not going to work. 3rd and 12.
And Seattle is not giving Houston the time that they need to throw the ball down the field because they're bringing these outside blitzes that the tackles, they might want to kick back a little bit deeper to get those blocks on those defensive ends right there.
3rd down, 12 yards to go. Still in field goal range, even though Houston wants more than that. Burr to pass, middle, caught. DR Sim, first down.
And right there, that's a strike. Standing tall in the pocket right there. Right now, Houston gave Burr a clean pocket. You know they like that skinny post. Right past those defenders right there. Knowing that he was going to take a hit, secured it. That's a big play for Houston.
DR Sim just getting more and more receiving yards in this game. It's been about 50 or 60% of their offense so far. Handoff goes to GP Wells, who breaks a tackle and somehow picks up 3 on the play.
Yeah, that's just the will to get as many yards as you can, and that's what GP Wells did right there. Right now, Houston got a good groove going. I won't be surprised if we see another pass play.
Well, it's going to be a heavy set. Toss goes to Josh Slap, and he will pick up 3 on that one. 3rd and 4 coming up for Houston. A really tricky situation here. Not a lot of room to maneuver, and still have 5 yards to score. It looks like they're going to go in the same formation. Maybe they're going to try that toss again. One of the tight ends will go in motion. That's Tiberius Bovine, the veteran. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Burr will throw. Burr to the outside. Pass deflected and incomplete. The pressure by Seattle gets there immediately. And Houston will be forced to settle for 3.
And Seattle was going all out blitz on that one right there. Maybe if I'm Houston, if I'm David Burr, I'm checking that out. Maybe I'm going to shotgun and getting out of that play call right there. But it's kind of tough. It's tough to throw the ball when you don't have time because Seattle is sending so much pressure at you.
His field goal is going to go up and good by Jay. 15 plays, 83 yards. And, you know, it has to feel like a victory for Seattle that Houston was only able to come away with 3.
Yeah, they stuck to their guns and what they believe in, which is going to be blitzing and bringing pressure. And you held them from a touchdown to a field goal.
Gus Scott is back deep to return this one. He will go to the 2-yard line, and it will be returned past the 20, past the 25 to the 28-yard line. The best of SFL Week 9 includes a rematch of Minnesota and Indianapolis Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and Vice Wars coming up Monday between Denver and Las Vegas. For the full 13-game Week 9 slate, head on over to simulationfl.net and sell alarms to be sure you don't miss any of the action. Been a really interesting season 21, Anthony, just across the league. Some amazing teams. You know, Fort Worth, Alamo City come to mind, Seattle come to mind, and some other disappointing ones. But it's been a phenomenal season so far of SFL action. Type Attack will throw. The blitz comes, and Type Attack splits the defense. 4-9. Great decision making.
Yeah, saw that the pocket was collapsing right there and saved him from getting hit in the backfield, stepping up in the pocket, running the ball. That makes you wary for your Houston defense. Maybe you need to put a quarterback spy in there if you're going to bring pressure, because he's going to break that pocket. He's going to try to get yardage.
2nd down and 1. Man in motion. And Type Attack will quarterback sneak it for a 1st down, an easy first for Seattle as they will move the chains.
Another great decision right there. Saw that the defensive line went into a spread type of look. So that middle was wide open right there. It looks like the audible was made at the line to do a quarterback sneak. And that's a great play call by Seattle.
Attack will throw. Pass to the outside is going to be caught. And stiff arm by Dean Jackson for a gain of 5. Haven't seen much of Jackson so far in this game, but that one a good play for half the distance to the 1st down. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. I formation, heavy set, 2 tight ends. Again, Christian Bacigalupi lined up as the tight end. Handoff goes to Baloo Scott, and she easily has a 1st down. Nobody touched her until she got past the 1st down marker.
And that right there, it just shows the versatility of Baloo Scott right there. It can run on the outside, go run in the inside right there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's just an all-purpose running back when you could just run anywhere and be successful.
The throw, Type Attack with time. Goes outside. It's caught. Fox Highwind gets 3. And that may have been the last play of the 3rd quarter. A 3rd quarter dominated by defense. Houston was able to kick a field goal. Seattle, no points here in the 3rd quarter, but now they're marching, and we may see one more play. Splitbacks formation for Seattle. Rollout. Attack will throw outside. The pass is caught. Past the 25. Well, just the 25 is Paulie Truth. And Seattle is in scoring position.
Love it. That's a beautiful throw. Perfect touch on the ball. So it was right over the reaching defender right there. Looks like it was number 27, Cash. And the fact is, that's showing versatility in the passing game too. When you can zip it, then you can throw it right over the defender, and that's a great way to end the third quarter.
Let's put your 4s, 12s, 86s, and 68s up in the chat, everybody. We're up to the fourth quarter. A game that really looked like we're going to get to the over of 62.5. All of a sudden, just stagnated offensively. We'll see. We still have 10 minutes left in this one. Seattle, split backs formation, 4-3 defense for the Headhunters. This run will go to Baloo Scott. She pushes forward for a gain of 5.
And going into the fourth quarter here, we're going to see who wants it more, who has better conditioning in practice, because this is where you're going to see a lot of tough nose running of the football right here. How much can Houston hold up?
Heavy set. Scott gets another handoff. One of the linebackers over pursued, and Baloo Scott takes it inside the 10.
Yeah, and that could have been a tackle for the loss right there. They called the right blitz play because they blitzed right up to where she was going. But the fact is, this is just all day for her. And the fact is, like, I can't express enough how great the offensive line is blocking, and they're doing their jobs. When you can go to the second level and block right after you make initial contact, that's going to be money all day.
First down and goal. 9 minutes left in regulation. Baloo Scott gets the sweep, and she will go nowhere. Picked up and thrown down by the defense. Second and goal coming up.
So the goal right now for Houston is you want to hold them to a field goal. Yep. Because then you'll have a chance here. So they're going to run the ball, maybe bring a little bit more extra players in the box to defend that run.
Man in motion from top of your screen to bottom of the screen this time. Type attack will throw the ball middle, and the pass is caught by Tita Queen to the 1-yard line. Third and goal coming up, and this is where we can see a quarterback sneak by type attack.
And great concentration by Queen. She was able to bring that ball down right there and didn't drop it.
I formation. I think this is going to go to Baloo Scott instead. We'll see. Have another player in motion. That's going to be Paulie Truth. Handoff. Scott walks in. Touchdown.
There was no question at all who was getting that ball. The absolute, just beast of a game so far for Scott, and that's the way to cap it off the drive. A great drive by Seattle to respond back from Houston. Just running the ball, passing it when they need to. Seattle just been looking really good, especially when it comes to the running. Another touchdown right here.
Seattle now leads by 2 scores again, 27-16, going to be 28-16 after the extra point. And now Houston really needs some answers. The difference in the game has been Seattle has scored touchdowns. Houston has had to settle for field goals in a 12-point game. Nemesis over Headhunters. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Greg Corky will return this one. It's another decent return to the 29. And Houston will set up shop right there. Again, Anthony, for Houston, obviously they need touchdowns now, and they need them quickly. They need to rely on DR Sim. They need to rely on Mike St. Green, and they need to still try to give the ball to Greg Corky at least one more time and see if he can break loose.
So it's still a one possession game right here. So you don't want to lose your identity on offense right there. You have 2 great running backs. You've been throwing the ball well. You just have to have a complete drive here.
I formation, 3 wide receiver set. And Dave Burr will pass. Burr goes middle, and the pass is going to be caught. Mike St. Green, who was lined up inside that time, gets the first down and plenty more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, the routes have been very successful. The post route and the end route here. The reason why is because they're getting the inside leverage of the cornerback right there. So it makes it easy for the quarterback to throw the ball. That time they picked up the blitz perfectly, and that's how you want to start the drive.
Offset I formation. Another man in motion. That's going to be Greg Corky, the X receiver on this one. Burr will throw. Burr passes to the outside. The pass is caught. And Seattle, good coverage right there on the flat. GP Wells gets 4.
And that right there, that's what your check down is. You realize the blitz is coming, a lot of pressure. You want to just check it down to your running back, get a few yards, keep the drive going.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Burr throw again. The pass inside, incomplete. The defense really jammed the receivers all inside 5 yards, so it's legal, but that really, messed up the timing on that one.
And that was good press coverage right there by Seattle. Was able to shift the receivers off their line, and that's a great stop. Big third down coming up.
Empty set for Houston. Mike St. Green will go bottom of your screen. Man-to-man coverage showing here for the Seattle Nemesis. Burr will throw. The blitz is coming. The pass inside caught. St. Green first down.
And that's another big first down right there by Green, by Houston. What they doing on this drive, I talked about it before, the tackles are getting more depth on their blocking. What I mean is they're kicking back a lot wider because the defensive ends for Seattle are doing the wide rush. So they made an adjustment, and they're giving the quarterback more time to throw the football.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball at the 34-yard line. Handoff goes to GP Wells, breaks a tackle. GP Wells stuffed at the line of scrimmage anyway. Doug Day with a massive hit.
And they did that run to set up, like, we're gonna see another in route coming right here. They're liking throwing the ball. So it's all about what Seattle can do on defense and send more pressure.
Burr to throw, the pass deep, it's caught. Wow, what a pass. Tiberius Bovine, in between two different defenders, comes away with the football. First down.
So the play design right there was an in route on the left side, and then you have the post over the top. So the fact is that safety needs to read that. But the reason why the safety was frozen, because the quarterback looked off the safety to the left side to go back to the inside post and get that first down. Great throw.
Standing throw by Dave Burr. The bulk of his yardage have come right through the middle of the field. 248 yards just in the middle of the field for the Houston quarterback. First down and 10. This is going to be a good time to run it here up the middle. They don't. They passed. Ball is incomplete. Trying to connect with GP Wells on a post route. Not successful.
And the problem that Houston's gonna witness right now is those post routes are like 10 to 15 yards. When you're getting closer to the red zone, you can't really do those post routes, so you got to find something else that you can do to get into the end zone.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 13. Fullback goes in motion. Bird, the pass. Middle, incomplete, almost picked off. DJ Frosty with both hands on it. He could have potentially even sealed the game with that interception, but Houston will have new life.
So that time, that's a fantastic coverage. You played inside. You know that they're trying to go back to that post route. So he played the route for the quarterback right there, and almost, like you said, still the game.
Third down and 10. 5:20 left here in the fourth quarter. I think this is story for sure, regardless of what happens here. Burr to pass. Burr steps up in the pocket. The pass to the end zone. Incomplete again. More great coverage downfield by the Seattle defense. And it's now 4th and 10. It looks like they will kick the field goal. It's still going to be a 2-possession game here.
And it looks like just trying to take the guaranteed points there. But kudos to Seattle's defensive coordinator in the booth, making the adjustments, realizing that what's been hurting Seattle is those post routes that Houston's doing. So back-to-back plays that could have been intercepted and great coverage by ABJ.
Speaking about Jay, Connie James kicks the field goal right through the uprights. 28-19 now. And I think Houston will just kick it deep here in this circumstance. They need to make a stop, and they need to get it quickly. Returning this football is Gus Scott again. He gets it to the 27. Seattle, Anthony, I think, at least on 1st and 2nd down, you have to run the football and take the clock down as much as possible. Their offensive line has played great football so far.
Fantastic football blocking wise there. You have a running back that can't be taken down on the first contact right here. You got to look to see how much clock you can chew and then set up your pass, a play action pass off of good running here. But you want to take this clock as far down as you can to get points.
We'll go in the bunch set anyway. We saw Paulie Truth go in a deep post route on a situation like this. Now Christian Bacigalupi makes it a bunch formation with 4 receivers outside. The handoff anyway goes to the running back, and Baloo Scott goes nowhere. Good discipline here by the Houston defense.
And good job right there by the defensive lineman to holding the gap. So sometimes it's not about the stats, but it's about how you can contain those gaps right there. And that's what they did. They contained the gaps, and Scott couldn't go anywhere.
Split backs formation. Type attack will throw. The pass middle is a safe throw anyway, so counts like a run. Dean Jackson with his 2nd grab of the game.
And now Houston is dialing up more pressure, and is Seattle's chance to pick up those hot reads that you're going to need, because Houston's going to come with the pressure.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Empty set. Forward type attack. Taking the clock all the way down as much as possible. Don't be... maybe they throw it deep here. Don't be surprised if they do. Patak will throw. Patak throws deep, and the pass is caught wide open. Is Fox Highwind. And that's the first nail in the coffin here on the Houston Hyenas casket.
And that's just a tough play for Houston to give up right there. And it looks like that was a cover 2. Once again, the cornerback went with the drag route, and then it was just the corner route was just open for there. That's a big play to keep the drive going for Seattle.
Really important play in this game by Fox Highwind. 5 grabs, 61 yards so far in this game. And the clock will tick down under 3:30 here in the 4th. Attack. Rolls out to the left. Throws middle. The pass is caught. Paulie Truth with another 1st down.
And that's another big play right there. I don't think Houston was ready for it. Sprint out to the left. And Seattle's been liking the type of play design to run a drag route from the backside across the field. And that's what they did. Secure the 1st down.
Seattle will get their 6th win in the season unless something catastrophic happens. Under 3 minutes left in the ball game. High formation. This ball is definitely going to Baloo Scott. Handoff goes to the right side. Baloo Scott with some room. Baloo Scott breaks a tackle past the 20 and picks up a 1st down.
First down, stay in bounds. That's great awareness by Blue Scott right there. Knowing that's how you're going to like kill the clock. Still able to get the first down. Everything, that was perfect. That was a great run. Stay in bounds and get the clock and get a first down and keep the ball moving.
Seattle will have to snap the ball at least one more time before the 2-minute warning. Split backs formation. 2 tight ends on this play. Patak rolls out again. Patak middle, the pass caught. Pauly Truth. First and goal.
And that was a great call right there. It was not expected. I think Houston was looking for the run and was able to sneak a throw into the tight end on the delay route. Looking good for Seattle.
2 minutes left in the game. Seattle 28, Houston 19. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music right here on YouTube. You know, if I'm Seattle, Anthony, I'm not even, worried about scoring. Just run the ball a couple times, but, not scoring at this point is probably even a better result here. Blue Scott gets the handoff, and she just does just that. Not scoring forces Houston to call a timeout.
You want to protect the ball here. Houston's going to try to jar it out, and she just has to cover up and just, I'll just run it. Maybe on third down, a little play action to the flats, but just ball security is going to be very important.
Another I formation here for the Nemesis. Another man in motion. Scott gets the handoff. Scott, touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Ravens!
And just a clinic by this offensive line.
And it's been the memo all day. Is just great blocking, and then Scott getting into the end zone.
34-19 Seattle on top of Houston. They're gonna make it 35-19 after this extra point. Which is up, and it is good. 8 plays, 73 yards, 320 on that drive, and most importantly, 7 points on the board to put this game out of reach. This week, we're back at it on Monday night for Vice Wars. The 3-4 Las Vegas Fury heads to the 3-4 Denver Nightwings for a crucial battle for player positioning. The kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. This week in the SFL is at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. In Week 10, we got our first flex. The Arizona Scorpions will welcome the Portland Fleet in prime time, October 2nd, all times Eastern. The next Monday night spectaculars coming to SFL YouTube. Let's send it to Cameron Irvine for another game break update. Cam, what you got for us?
Well, it didn't get worse for Vancouver, but it didn't get better either. Christian Brown throws a pick six to J.L. Browning, the second pick six for Fort Worth in the game, and that is the second opponent of Vancouver in 3 weeks to hang 50 on him. 52-24. Fort Worth stays unbeaten. Back to you in Seattle.
Thank you, Cam. Dave Burr will pass. Speaking about interceptions, almost. Mar Bryant had his own pick six, 2nd and 10 coming up.
That would have been 3 interceptions right there for ABJ. The coverage has been sealed tight in the last drive and a half, and just jumping the route right there, that could have been another one.
Empty set for Houston. 1:45 left here in regulation. Dime defense for Seattle. Burr to throw. Burr goes to the outside. The pass is caught by the tight end. Tackle in bounds. The clock will keep ticking. And Houston now will call a timeout. And Curtis' second grab of the game. And Dave Burr just getting to the 300 passing yard mark. 4 wide receivers on this formation. Greg Corky in motion. Burr drops back. The pass to the outside. Incomplete, but a penalty on the play. That's going to be PI on Doug Day.
Yeah, a lot of contact over there on that throw.
Definitely interfered. First down and 10 coming for Houston. And yep, just absolutely interfered the progress of the wide receiver. The ball at the 46-yard line. Houston will have a first down and 10. 94 seconds left in regulation. Same formation here for the Headhunters. Here Sim goes in motion right. And Burr will throw. Blitz coming. The pass is incomplete. Absolutely nobody in the vicinity. Second and 10.
And Seattle has tightened up on the coverage right here. Blanking coverage, knowing that Houston has to throw the ball. And they're just covering these receivers.
Second down and long. Mike St. Green in motion. 5 DBs against 4 receivers, bottom of your screen. Burr will throw. The pass is caught. Greg Corky, first catch of the game. And that was a spectacular one. First down for Houston.
And you want to score quickly, and you want to think about when you score an onside kick and see what you can do.
Yeah, you got to score, 2-point conversion, onside kick, score, 2-point conversion. Easy, right?
Exactly.
At the 31, Burr will throw. Pass to the outside. Incomplete. Almost picked off. Sammy Seatbelt the third on the pass deflection. Second down and 10. 4 wideouts for Houston. More motion by St. Green. And it's just been basically the same defense. It's man-to-man coverage, 4 D linemen, pressure from the linebacker. Burr gets it to the outside. The pass is caught to St. Green. And now they will go in the huddle. No timeouts left for Houston. Burr to throw. Burr outside, pass, almost picked off and incomplete.
Seattle's been very close all game with these interceptions. That was almost another one right there.
Yeah. Looking at the defense for Seattle. I mean, Amar Bryant, 4 passes defense. Daniel Valentine, 4 passes defense. And then you have about 5 different defenders with 2. Dave Burr, just about 57% completion rate. It's been a tough day in the office for the Houston quarterback. He will drop back again. The pass to the outside and again overshoots his intended target by like 5 yards.
And with all those pass defense, I really do appreciate it because they could easily been, the other way if you're trying to go for interceptions. But they're doing the smart play by knocking the ball down with great coverage.
Third down and 10. Burr passes outside. The pass deflected by Seatbelt and incomplete.
Phenomenal play right there to get your hand on, because that's a touchdown, and was able to get the hands on the ball just enough to knock it down right there. And this is what we've been seeing all second half for Seattle.
Houston Headhunters will try a field goal here, and I'm not sure how good does that do. I mean, even if you hit it, it's going to be a 13-point game. Sonny J puts it between the uprights. Still a 2-touchdown game. Houston has to kick the onside. That was the story of the game. I mean, that encapsulates the story of the whole game, Anthony. Houston 1 touchdown, 5 field goals. Seattle 5 touchdowns.
And you can't trade field goals for touchdowns, or it's going to be in this situation right here.
Seattle safely corrals that football, and that's going to be all she wrote. Houston does not have any timeouts. Just going to be a couple kneel downs by type attack. And I just want to hear your thoughts on, the game as well as your player of the game.
So my player of the game is Blue Scott, and the offensive line for Seattle. The fact is, when you can control the game with just excellent blocking and just great running, it's a beautiful thing to watch. Especially I appreciate offensive and defensive line play right there. But just Seattle had a game plan, and the game plan is to have one of the top running backs in the league get the ball as early as often right there. So when you can get over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns, that's a great day for fantasy as well.
Yeah, for sure. My player of the game, I will go with type attack, actually. Nothing like spectacular and mind-blowing, but 16 of 22, over 200 yards passing, 1 touchdown, did not throw an interception for a QBR good for about 120 points, and he also ran for a touchdown. So I think he did anything and everything he had to do to win this ball game, and he will be my personal pick for player of the game. As the final 6 seconds of the game wind down, Seattle moves to 6-2. Houston falls to 4-4. And we'll see the rest of the numbers here for both of these teams. A game that, by and large was pretty competitive and pretty close in statistical categories. But again, Seattle scoring touchdowns, Houston scoring field goals. That's what sealed the game.
Yeah, when you can run 137 yards to 41, that's a big advantage right there. Great job blocking, not that many sacks. And when you can just control the time of possession in the field, it's always going to look good for you.
That's the story of the game. 5 red zone trips for Seattle, 5 touchdowns. 4 red zone trips for Houston, 4 field goals. That's the whole game. As everything else was time of possession, dead even, passing yards, rushing yards for the most part. Not rushing yards, but total yards. Pretty much dead even as well. No interceptions by either quarterback. Both kickoff return teams fumbled the ball. The decider was those field goals against touchdowns. We take a look at the rest of the stats. And we'll send it off for Anthony Ellison in the booth alongside me, Mel Davis and Justin Resite, Cameron Irvine in the Stat Trucks pushing the buttons. I was Ramos Lynn. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching more Week 9 SFL action. Y'all have a great night.